Have you ever had a single sentence ruin your entire week? Not a tragedy. Not a disaster. Just a sentence. A look someone gave you. A tone in someone's voice. And somehow, hours later, you're still replaying it. Here's the strange part. It's rarely the moment itself that breaks us. It's what we do with it afterward. There's an old truth almost nobody teaches us growing up: the person who decides how to respond is the one who actually holds the power in that moment, not the person who caused it. Today I want to tell you about a boy named Emre, and a lesson he learned on the side of a hill that changed the rest of his life. And if you stay until the end, I'll walk you through a 2-minute ritual you can start using tonight, to stop dragging yesterday's weight into today. Let's begin. In a small town tucked between two rivers, there lived a boy named Emre. He had steady hands and a strong back, but something inside him was always slightly bent, like a tree that had grown crooked from too much wind. Emre didn't start arguments. But he never let one go, either. A sharp comment from a neighbor, a joke made at his expense, a customer who spoke to him rudely at the market, none of it left him. He didn't call it anger. He called it remembering. But really, it was exhaustion. A kind of tiredness that sleep never fixed. What Emre didn't realize was this: every time something stung him, he was quietly picking something up. Not literally, but in the way that mattered. He was gathering it, folding it into himself, and carrying it forward, day after day, without ever setting it down. By the time he reached his 20s, Emre walked like someone twice his age. Shoulders low. Eyes on the ground. He'd stopped noticing sunrises. Stopped tasting his food properly. The world hadn't changed, he had just stopped being able to feel it. One autumn morning, restless and hollow, Emre decided to walk the old trail above town, the one that climbed toward the ridgeline where shepherds used to take their flocks. Maybe the air up there will do something for me, he told himself, though he didn't quite believe it. The trail was empty except for wind moving through dry grass and the occasional call of a hawk overhead. About halfway up, Emre spotted a figure ahead of him, an elderly woman, moving slowly but easily, a woven basket balanced against her hip. She wasn't struggling at all. If anything, she looked like she was floating up the slope. When their paths met, she paused and studied him for a moment. "You're carrying something heavy," she said. "I can see it in how you walk." Emre gave a tired laugh. "I suppose I am. Just things people have said. Things that happened. I don't know how to put them down." The old woman tilted her head, curious. "Show me." Emre didn't have a bag to open. But he didn't need one, she understood exactly what he meant. She bent down, picked up 2 ordinary stones from the trail, and held one out to him. "Watch," she said. She set her own stone down in the dirt and stepped away from it without a second glance. "That person who hurt you," she said, left their words right there, the moment they said them. They walked on. They probably don't even remember it now. Their stone stays on the ground. It costs them nothing. Then she nodded toward the stone still resting in Emre's palm. "But you picked yours up. You put it in your pocket. You've been carrying it every day since. That weight isn't theirs anymore. It's yours. You chose it, even if you didn't mean to." Something about that sentence landed differently than anything anyone had ever told him. Emre looked down at the stone in his hand like he was seeing it, really seeing it, for the first time. "How do I stop?" he asked quietly. The old woman smiled, not unkindly. "The same way you started. One at a time. You set it down, and you keep walking. That's all it's ever been." Emre opened his hand. The stone dropped into the dust between them. Neither of them moved to pick it up again. "It's still a habit, though," she added, already turning to continue up the trail. "You'll pick a few more up out of instinct. Just remember you're allowed to put them back down." In the weeks that followed, Emre started noticing the moment it happened, that split second right after someone said something sharp, right when his hand would instinctively reach for the stone. And slowly, he began to ask himself one question before reacting: do I actually want to carry this? More often than not, the answer was no. His shoulders came up. His voice softened. He started noticing small things again: steam rising off his tea, the sound of children in the street, the particular gold color the light turned every evening just before dusk. None of it was new. He was just finally present enough to see it. Now, here's the practice I promised you. Tonight, before you sleep, give yourself 90 seconds. Sit somewhere quiet. Think of one thing from today that's still sitting heavy in your chest: a comment, a look, a moment that stung. Picture it as a stone in your hand. Then say, quietly, just to yourself, "This isn't mine to keep." Take one slow breath, and imagine opening your hand and letting it fall. You don't have to forgive it. You don't have to forget it happened. You just have to stop carrying it forward into tomorrow. Do this consistently, and something shifts. Not overnight, but steadily. You start moving through your days a little lighter than before. We can't control what people say or do to us. That part was never ours to manage. But what we pick up afterward, that part always has been. Peace doesn't come from people treating you better. Peace comes the moment you stop reaching down for the stone. If this one stayed with you, hit like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more stories like this. Until next time, walk light, and remember, you decide what you carry.